Let's make the best boy into a Rule Zero commander. Godsire. Godsire is probably one of the stompiest cards there is. They cost 4 generic, a red, 2 green, and a white. They're an 8/8 with vigilance that says tap, put an 8/8 beast creature token into play that's red, green, and white. So we're going to start by filling this deck with mana dorks, as many as we can. We can even run a little bit of a lower land count because we're going to do so many mana dorks. We want to look for dorks that have some additional upside to being tapped because we're going to abuse that. So we're going to use all these mana sources to get our Godsire out a bit more quickly, and once we have our Godsire and this dork army, we're going to start untapping. So we're going to fill this deck with things that allow us to untap our creatures, allowing us to produce a massive amount of mana and create so many 8/8s. So what we're going to do once we start getting these huge 8/8 tokens out is we want even more of them. We're going to start populating as much as we can. Cards like Trostani and both the Gyarados are going to go amazing with this deck's game plan. There's actually a bunch of support for creatures with power 5 or greater, and we're going to be making all these 8/8s, so we're going to put that whole package into this deck. We need a draw engine though, so let's turn these huge creatures into some value with some greater good effects or up the beanstalk like effects. We can also convert these big bodies into damage with cards like Where Ancients Tread and Warstorm Surge. Brian's Stoutarm has got to be my favorite way to do this though. He also really leans into our untap package. I think Gustrider Exuberant and Tifa Martial Artist are some really unique and fun finishers in the deck. Let me know, do you think Godsire would be a fun commander? What's your Rule Zero idea?